Okay, here we go. So the clock is on and the Brisbane Heat have their opportunity here with the very first selection in the BBL draft. The #1 pick, so they've known this for a long time. They will secure it and announce their selection. Johan Boto might grab the microphone and announce it once it all becomes official. And the pick is in. And it is. Brisbane Heat, we're in your hands.
We've gone for Shaheen Shah Afridi.
And a great selection, and many predicting to go one, Finchy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a world-class bowler, and I don't think that there's any surprise there. He's a guy who takes wickets up front. He can bowl towards the back end of the innings as well. He's a world-class player.
And Johan, did you have him in mind as soon as you realised you were #1 pick?
Yeah, we have from the start. He's obviously done really well in Australia, and I think the left armour fits our team really well.
How was that full availability? Was that a tick in the box?
Definitely a tick in the box, Katie. I think that's what we always look at, and he's got full availability.
Looking forward to it. Good luck with Shaheen Afridi. So the #1 pick. We move to #2, and the Adelaide Strikers are on the clock, and they've just made an announcement that they've picked someone that is a retention pick. So they've selected Haris Rauf. Now, of course, there's a retention pick for the Melbourne Stars. And Melbourne Stars have said, you're not going to have our man. We are going to keep Haris Rauf. So there is big news right at the start.
Yeah, Haris Rauf is a fan favourite at the Melbourne Stars, and no surprise that they've opted to retain his services as well. Again, he's a guy who wins matches on his day, so it's such a valuable asset in this game is raw pace, and he's certainly got that. The guy who can bowl through all three facets of the game as well. Super player, no surprises there that they went with him first up.
And they discovered him in many ways, didn't they, the Melbourne Stars? Remember, he was playing club cricket down in Tassie, and they discovered him, and what a sensation he's become. So we move to the Adelaide Strikers. They're on the clock, and the pick is in. We're in your hands.
We've selected Luke Wood.
Okay, so Luke Wood, the selection there.
Yeah, a left-arm option. I think that for a long time they would have had their eye on hoping that Shaheen Shah Afridi slipped through to #2. Wasn't to be, so they've gone with Luke Wood, who, again, he's somebody who's performed well out here in the past. So for him, he's got raw pace, he's got good control, he's a wicket taker. When he gets on a roll, he's somebody who takes a lot of wickets, can bowl through all three facets as well.
Yeah, we saw him at the Melbourne Stars, 22-23, picked up 5 for there as well, but he is someone that people are excited about around the world, and it just adds, I guess, to the Strikers in terms of being able to have a fast bowling option.
So Melbourne Renegades are on the clock, and their selection is in. So Melbourne Renegades, who do you select?
We've gone for Mohammad Rizwan.
Mohammad Rizwan. Were you surprised, Finchy?
Not surprised. He's another world-class player and full availability. First time in the competition. He's a dynamic player. He's someone that we've seen in all three formats of the game for Pakistan, and Pakistan Super League and some other T20 competitions. He can bat anywhere in the top 3. He's versatile, very, very good player of spin. And when you look at the conditions at Marvel, short square boundaries, that is something that will suit Mohammad Rizwan down to the ground.
Question is, who's going to keep?
Yeah. It's a great conundrum. So the Perth Scorchers are on the clock, and their pick is in, Adam.
We've picked Finn Allen.
So the pre-signing of Finn Allen, and they'd be thrilled with the form he's in at the moment.
Yeah, coming off a big 150 off not many balls over in the US, but he's somebody whose game over the last 12 months has gone to a new level in the T20 format, and I think having played a season already at the Optus Stadium for the Perth Scorchers, that will be really important for them. So often international players come over and the conditions are so extreme in the West that they take a little bit of time to get used to that. So having somebody who's been there before will be really crucial, and they'll be hoping for his very, very best.
And striking over at 260, of course, a pre-signed player, so you need to secure them in the first 2 rounds. We go to the Hobart Hurricanes. Their selection is in.
Our pick is Chris Jordan.
So Chris Jordan is another one of the pre-signed players.
Yeah, English international. Yeah, he was there last year. He'll provide some good pace with the ball, and he can whack it down the bottom. And I think the conditions and his non-ability within that Hobart Hurricane side, it's all about culture. They love him down there. He is a strong player, and I think because you want to have some good domestic players, which they've got, to add someone that knows the environment, that can hit all around the ground with his pace, I think he's going to be a fiery player. Yeah,
and someone who teaches the youngsters so well. He shares all of his experience, and that's really really important in a franchise or a club setup like that.
Yeah, what a win it was for the Hobart Hurricanes. The Sydney Sixers, the pick is in. Over to you.
We've selected Sam Curran.
So Sam Curran is the selection there for the Sydney Sixers. So it was going to be interesting to see, of course, we know the pre-signing of Babar where they were going to go.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter now, does it? They've opted for Sam Curran, who's a fantastic all-rounder, somebody who we've seen in Australian conditions at a T20 World Cup, be player of the tournament before. So he's somebody who brings that X factor with bat and ball, somebody who understands big games, and he generally performs very, very well under pressure.
So a wonderful player, and of course we know that Melbourne Stars with Harris Ralph. So now we go to the Sydney Thunder, and the pick is in. Trent Copeland.
I've just got a mic, Richo. Yep, we've got Lockie Ferguson, mate.
Okay, so Lockie Ferguson and Copes, we know that you love all of the draft. What have you made of round one? And we are expecting Lockie to be still available?
Yes and no. I guess availability from other tournaments has been prioritised, full availability for some, but the value we see in this guy in breaking games open, whether it's 5 games in finals or the whole tournament, plus longevity and the future as well. This guy's an absolute star, and we wanted him back, so we're really stoked.
Yeah, fair enough.
Coach, did you have your eye on anyone else that might have got nicked in front of you?
Yeah, we really like Shaheen Afridi and also Harris Ralph, but at the end of the day, it was that type of skill set to blast games open, knock over top orders in that power play.
And the back of the laptop's interesting from both of you. What have you got there? Can you explain that to us?
Oh, just a little bit of banter to the team to our right. That's okay. They can't see it either, so let's leave it under wraps.
Tell you what we can see though is, I mean, your pants have shrunk throughout the winter, mate. Your legs are showing a bit more.
You're over my ankles all the time, Katie. Leave them alone.
Beautiful work. So let's recap round one of draft day with the BBL, and it started Finchy in style with a dynamic player who's going to light up the Big Bash.
Yeah, as expected, Shaheen Afridi, the #1 pick there. He's just a wonderful bowler, and I can't wait to see him in these conditions once again. He's done it before with Pakistan. Luke Wood, the second pick, he's been and done it before. He's performed well. And Mohammed Rizwan, the dynamic keeper batter. Melbourne Renegades were able to secure that service. And he's somebody who brings so much energy to a side, so that'll be a brilliant acquisition.
I think Harris Ralph back to the Melbourne Stars. He's such a loved from the fans as well, and he's entertainer. And Lockie Ferguson's really been about the pace bowlers in that first round.